Good afternoon. Welcome to the virtual 4th graduation exercises of Hingatungan National High School with the theme, Strengthening the Quality of Education Amid the COVID-19 Pandemic. Ladies and gentlemen, the graduates. The faculty and staff, headed by the principal, Mrs. Maria Luri A. Lagumbay. The Barangay Council, headed by Honorable Alberto M. Orias. Lupong Tagapamayapa. To formally start, join us as we sing the Philippine National Anthem, the prayer, and the DepEd Region 8 Regional Hymn.
Isang awit ng Pilipinas.
Kayang mag-ibig, telos ang sinakanan, alam ng puso, sa titik mo'y buhay. Lupang hinirang, tuyag ka ng magiting, sa manlulupin, di ka pasisingil, sa nagagang tutok sa simoy at sa langit mong pagaw, ay hinatang tulag, awit sa pagkayang minamahal, ang isang ng matawad mo'y tagumpay na nagtitindig, makituwin at araw niya kailan ang may di matitindig. Luman ang araw ng walhagit pagsinta, buhay langit sa piling mo. Ang inigaya ng pagkay mga api, at mamatay ng dahil sa'yo.
Our Father God, how wonderful are the works of your hand. As we gather here today to celebrate the step forward into new places with new people and new experiences, let us not forget the blessings that follow behind us.
For this school, which has given us a safe place to learn and a strong foundation to build upon as we take this next level into your world.
For our teachers who have so richly loved and cared for us, even at our worst. For our families who have cheered us on to the finish line and stood by our sides through the many bumps in the road.
And on this day, especially, to thank you for the friends that we have found among our classmates,
All the jokes that we will laugh about in years to come, for the hardships and tears we have endured together side by side.
Your love, which has been made evident through relationships we will carry with us beyond these walls.
Just as our school verse says, let us continue to lay down our lives for each other, just as you give up your life for each of us.
Let us love each other
firstly and see. You will earnestly all the days of our lives. In your name we pray. Amen.
Herald the race, pilgrim of your heart. Down prancing God's eternal vine, the long and endless line. With their eastern desires, we God to guide us. We make the child hearken to the call of becoming treasure of the land. With their eastern desires,
To formally welcome each and every one of us, let us listen to the welcome address of one of the recipients of the Academic Excellence Awards, Miss Kyla Jane L. Liorna, with high honors.
To our school's Division Superintendent, Dr. Janice S. Morales, our Public Schools District Supervisor, Mrs. Edna J. Inocentes, to our school principal, Mrs. Maria Lori A. Lagumbay, school administrators, highly competent teachers, stakeholders, proud and ever supportive parents, fellow graduates, viewers, a pleasant and blessed day to all of us. On behalf of Batch 2020-2021, my heart sings with overwhelming joy and gratitude to warmly welcome you all in our special occasion. Today is a momentous day in every student's life. It is the product of our blood, sweat, and tears, and the many sleepless nights of anticipation and preparation for the daily challenges that life has to offer. For the past 2 years, our senior high school life has been filled with twists and turns. One day, we were happily chatting inside our classroom, and the next thing we knew, we had to distance from each other and live a new normal life. We might have been at first a little skeptical about the changes of our educational system, and going through this change posed issues and doubts. Others got even vocal with their reservations and resistance. However, the Department of Education made sure that amid all the challenges, learners' quality education and safety from the health risk of COVID-19 must be the priority. And this even more emphasized by the theme, strengthening the quality of education amid the COVID-19 pandemic. While we could no longer wait for such a part in today's ceremony, let us reflect for a while on what it really took us for this milestone to happen. Let us reflect on what sacrifices our parents have, our teachers, and what we have done. Let us be self-affirmed that we all deserve such recognition and reaping of the fruits of all our hard work and perseverance. May we not get tired of wearing our most beautiful smiles on our faces. May we not run out of words of gratitude and appreciation. Smile and express our thanks to our parents, teachers, to our friends and classmates, and all who have guided us through the way. With these sincere words, I, Kyla Jane Liorna, join you to the celebration of our wondrous experiences. On behalf of the Hingatunga National High School, Senior High School Batch 2020-2021, I proudly welcome you all to our virtual graduation ceremony. Good day.
For the presentation of the candidates for graduation, let us all welcome the Senior High School Coordinator of Hingatunga National High School, Mr. Errol T. Habilio. As the Senior High School Coordinator, I hereby present these candidates for graduation by track and strand. For the academic track, General Academic Strand, 13 are males and 8 are females, with a total of 21 learners. For the Technical Vocational Livelihood track, Information and Communications Technology Strand, 16 are males and 8 are females, with a total of 24 learners. For the Technical Vocational Livelihood track, Home Economics Strand, 2 are males and 10 are females, with a total of 12 learners. With an overall total of 57 graduating learners who have satisfactorily completed all the academic requirements for the senior high school under the Enhanced Basic Education Curriculum as required by the Department of Education. I, Errol T. Habilio of Hingatunga National High School, do hereby petition for their graduation.
By the authority vested in me as the representative of Ma'am Leonor Briones, the Secretary of the Department of Education, through the school's Division Superintendent, Sir Janice S. Morales, and duly certified by the District Supervisor, Mrs. Edna J. Inocentes, that you have completed the basic requirements prescribed by the Department of Education under the Basic Education Curriculum. I now confirm you, senior high school graduates, for school year 2020-2021. Congratulations.
Ladies and gentlemen, the graduates. Academic track, General Academic Strand, Banyasha Jessa C. With honors, Davo Jairel H. Doliente Marlu J. S. Felizarta Janroy T. Hason Rosebell P. With high honors. Ladika Lovely Rose C. With high honors. Leorna Kyla Jane L. With high honors. Medico Kimberly with high honors. Oliva Nestor Glenn F. with honors. Padel RG P. with honors. Pasco Edward Jr. T. Polikit Kevin E. Rivera Desiree F. with honors. Chapo Jaime Jr. T. Tibe Ian T. Toslok Mayan T. with high honors. Toslok Menchi L. with honors. Tulang Antonio Jr. D. Tulang Brian D. Tulang John Kevin G. Ibanez Apolonio. Technical Vocational Livelihood Track, Home Economics Strand. Bitoy Marley B. with honors. Kabalhin Julian Christine T. with honors. Cortezo Jonalyn P. with honors. Davo Noel T. Doliente Angeline S. with honors. Felizarta Mayan H. with honors. Felizarta Marjeline E. Formacion Mary Jane S. Pajares Valerie D. Ribon Marlon P. with honors. Rondon Elamay L. with high honors. Sumalinog Jancy J. with high honors. Technical Vocational Livelihood Track, Information and Communications Technology Strand. Abuyan Rensmark O. Augusto Ranel S. Beloy Aldrin P. with high honors. Beloy John Anthony L. Kailing John Ralph H. Kaniga Jericho Basilio H. Donaire Mary Joy G. Ganot Joy S. Garciano Romeo Jr. B. Troyo UG B. Ladika Kenneth B. Lumbaa Sterling T. Mangmang Elisha May A. Mondihar Dave U. Papuaya Jessalie N. Perez Kent John N. Bernites Jericho A. Betalcorin Jake G. Tabon Manuel H. Tibe Alvin A. Tulang Alfred S. Tulang Angela Marie L. with high honors. Lang Julie Ann C. with honors. Lang Rika Yu with honors. The Department of Education Secretary's message.
Good day to each and everyone who is attending virtually present at this time of our graduation ceremonies for our beloved and very precious graduates for the school year which ends at this time. First of all, I'd like to greet the parents and family members without whose sacrifices, whose reminders, and whose participation in the learning process for our graduates have resulted in this culmination program. This year, your role has changed drastically, where we've always thought, we've always believed that the matter of educating our children rests nearly exclusively on our teachers and our staff. This time, you parents, you family members, you who are in the households of our learners have expanded your role and contributed to this wonderful day wherein finally our learners are graduating in this culmination exercise. So congratulations, because this year has not been very easy, has not been a picnic for our teachers, for our family members, as well, especially the parents, mothers, fathers, sisters, brothers, and all who have contributed to the achievement of our learners at this time. So, maraming salamat at congratulations, parents and family members. Mas malaki ang role ninyo at this time compared to earlier graduation exercises. Secondly, I would also like to greet our teachers, without whose very careful review and careful supervision of the work of our pupils and our learners, this event would not be taking place at all. And so thank you, teachers. Your role has also expanded, in addition to seeing to it that the modules are faithfully followed, the assignments are correctly implemented, and the learners are truly learning. And you have had to deal with new ways of assessing the performance also of the learners. So congratulations, teachers, for enduring, for your patience, for your love for our learners, and your willingness to engage in a way and methods of teaching which are different from those which are used to. Assessment must have been especially difficult for you, especially since you were not able to see most of the time our students in face-to-face meetings, and most of the meetings, of course, were virtual. We'd also like to thank the local government units for their interest, for their cooperation, and for their continuing contributions to the needs of education, even as our children do not go to school. Your donations of material as well as financial resources at this time are most welcome, and your advice has been taken seriously
not only by our teachers, by our school officials, but also by our officials in the Department of Education. We continually talk with local government units, especially in times of disaster, in times of great need for classrooms, for space, and for responses to unforeseen emergencies. Thank you, local government units. But of course, most of the congratulatory greetings fall on the deserving graduate. Each and every one of you is truly special. You are different from the other graduates who have passed through the portals of your school. You went to school practically without seeing your teachers, if at all. You went to school with your parents, your mothers, and your fathers hovering over your shoulders and seeing to it that you are able to complete your assignments. You are completing your studies at a time when examinations and assessments are different. You are culminating these long months of hard work at this time, even as you have to do family chores, even as you are distracted, and even as your world has turned upside down, and it seems and it appears as if we don't know what the future holds and what will happen next. But you have persevered, and now you are ready to graduate. And therefore, you deserve each and every bit of congratulations from us in the Department of Education, from your parents and family members, your teachers, from the officials in local government, as well as in the parent teachers associations. You deserve each and every single congratulatory pat on your back, each hug virtually, of course, and each greeting, which I am sure you are also receiving virtually. I don't know if you will remember this event many, many years from now. I have tried to recall myself who our graduation speaker was when I finished high school and when I finished my college studies. All I remember is that the graduation speaker was someone important, someone who was invited because that someone is supposed to give a message. What was more important to us graduates at that time was the excitement of the celebrations, the happiness and the joy of our parents, the sadness of parting from our classmates and from our teachers, and the enjoyment of all the graduation events that usually take place come commencement day. When I was a college student, we had a series of events which were designed to embed in our minds, which were designed to help us remember and not forget our days in college. We would spend one whole day going around the campus, visiting the classrooms, saying goodbye to our teachers, and sharing memories. We would have bonfires to say goodbye to each other. We had baccalaureate services where we committed ourselves to God and we prayed for guidance when we go out into the world. So many celebrations, and the speaker, of course, is the least important and easily forgotten component of the graduation exercise. Nonetheless, I will exert all efforts to share with you what I see are things or issues which a graduate should remember and recall. I have said that you are very special. You are very different. You are pioneering. There has been no other class like your class. There has been no other graduate like you as a graduating student because you are the very first graduate of the blended learning response to education in the Philippines. And so you ask yourself, what awaits you in the world outside? You can either work because the kind of curriculum you survived and underwent as a student will enable you to go to work if you wish to go to work. Some of you will proceed to further studies, and this would be a wonderful thing because there are many opportunities for further expanding your knowledge, for further answering and looking for explanations of issues, events that make you curious, especially in science, in technology, and also in the arts. So you can work, you can go to further studies, and perhaps some of you will settle down, hopefully not too soon, so you can pursue what you really want to do. So today, this is why we call this exercise a commencement exercise. It's not the end of our studies. It's not the end of all our efforts with blended learning, with modules, with floods, with earthquakes, and of course with COVID. It's a commencement of doors opening to you. More doors will be opened because you are a graduate. You can work, you can proceed for further studies, you can help your parents, and you can perhaps look for opportunities to do what you have always wanted to do, whether at work, whether at advanced studies, whether at learning more in science and technology, in mathematics, and in the arts. All of these opportunities are available to you. More doors are being opened. I hope you will select the door which arouses your curiosity, the door which will help you know more about this world, and the door which will allow you to contribute to the development of our country and contribute whatever we can to solve our problems and our challenges. Congratulations once more to each and every one of you. Congratulations to you, parents and family members. Congratulations to you, teachers. When I was chair of the board of Silliman University, each time we had graduation ceremonies during the baccalaureate and during commencement itself, I would cry. I would cry because you are sending out into the world a new batch of graduates, and we want to be sure that what is awaiting them is appropriate. We want to be sure that they are ready for what awaits them when they select which door to open. And so, we tell you, go out to the world, do whatever you want to do. God be with you, and be sure, be assured that all of us love each and every one of you. Congratulations.
To the class of 2021, let me start by saying, I am very proud of you. You are epic. It has been a tough year, but you persevered. You have shown unprecedented resilience in these pandemic times. Overnight, COVID-19 has turned our world upside down, inside out, especially in education. From face-to-face classes, we shifted to remote learning through printed modules, learning activity sheets, audio-video lessons, radio-based instruction, and the use of digital platforms. Your life as a student had been made more challenging during the pandemic, and you may be disappointed about not having an in-person and formal graduation, but for certain, you will have the most unique stories to tell in the future about studying and graduating during the great pandemic of 2020-2021. This class will be famous in the history of the Department of Education. To our school leaders and teachers, I know that when you decided to become an educator, you couldn't have anticipated upending your years of training for face-to-face classes to making audio, video, and radio-based lessons, crafting learning activity sheets, printing and sorting modules, and totally reinventing the teaching practices you've learned and honed. It must have been difficult for you navigating this abrupt transition to an uncharted territory, and yet you sailed on with grit. You have gone to incredible lengths for education to continue. Thank you for going above and beyond your call of duty. To the parents and guardians of our learners, we know you have had your share of challenges in this new normal. While making sure you're able to put food in your table, you also took a new role as your children's learning facilitators. That is not easy, but you face it with dedication and strength. I admire that dedication, and I am grateful of your commitment and support. May I also thank all our educational partners. We would not have been able to sustain the delivery of instruction without your commitment and ongoing support. I am very appreciative of the tremendous contribution you gave to our basic education learning continuity plan. I believe there is always something to learn from everything that happens. If there is one lesson we can take away from this unique school year, it is that together we have responded to this challenge to the best of our ability and in the best interest of our learners, and this is what makes us all winners. God's blessings have been our strength throughout this school year. Congratulations, Abante, Southern Leyte.
Ladies and gentlemen, to give her words of gratitude, let us all welcome one of the recipients of the Academic Excellence Awards, Miss Kimberly Medico, with high honors.
To our school's division superintendent, Dr. Janice S. Morales, to our public schools district supervisor, Miss Edna J. Inocentes, to our beloved principal, Miss Maria Lori Lagumbay, school administrators, faculty and staff, family, relatives, friends, to my fellow graduates of batch 2020-2021, and to all our viewers in this virtual ceremony, a pleasant day to one and all. It is without a doubt that this academic year is unlike anything we've experienced before. Our usual activities and interactions have been thrown into disarray by this global outbreak. Everyone was gravely affected. Death cases are rapidly rising. Face-to-face were prohibited. Livelihoods were closed off, and communities were in lockdown. And as incoming grade 12 at that time, I am pretty sure that this was not how we envisioned our last year of high school to be. But it is definitely an experience and a memory that we will never ever forget. Although it's kind of sad to think about the tons of last we missed out on, our last acquaintance party, our last recollection, our last intramurals, our last trip to canteen to buy their famous turon and gulaman, our last day together in a real-life classroom setup. But what's even sadder are the last we did not have, but took for granted because we thought we'd experience more. Tight hug from friends, fun and interactive discussion with our teachers, and simple yet deep conversation with our classmates on our way home. Nevertheless, we did not let this last deter us from excitedly experiencing our first virtual graduation, first distance learning, and first online hangout with friends. We pushed, strived, adapted, and hustled. We juggled college application, videotape performance tasks with household chores, and other responsibilities. And despite the unconventional and unpredictable year we all had, we can proudly say that we have finally made it. After 6 years of high school, the seed of our determination have borne fruit in form of our diplomas, awards, and blue togas. Today, let us sit back, enjoy, and celebrate the culmination of all our efforts. Because there's one thing I learned in this pandemic. It's that life is too short to dwell on what ifs and what should have been. Death is the destination we all share. The increasing number of COVID-19 cases serve as a frightening reminder that any day could be anyone's loss. This inevitable truth is downright frightening, knowing that it might all vanish tomorrow. Knowing that there's an end makes everything much more precious. Remembering that everything and everyone we have ever known can be taken away from us at any time makes us realize what truly matters in life. And that is to dream fearlessly, to work passionately, to live meaningfully, and to love selflessly. With that being said, I encourage you, my fellow graduates, to be fearless in pursuit of what you define as success and happiness. Your dreams and goals are valid, so don't let anyone tell you otherwise. Don't be afraid to take advantage of every opportunity to learn and to grow, to take a meaningful stand against injustice and oppression. Be selfless when it comes to love, because love is self-giving, and the world, our world, needs more compassion and kindness right now. And most importantly, you have to know how to thank sincerely. Don't let distance hinder you from expressing your gratitude to the important people in your life, to the people behind your success. Like what I have said earlier, life is too short to not spend with the people you love and who love you. Hence, on behalf of the class 2020-2021, I would like to express my gratitude to the teachers for providing us tools and resources we needed to succeed in school and later in life. Thank you, Mom. Thank you, Sir, for all your hardships and sacrifices, especially in printing our modules and for your patience on our delayed submissions. Your love, effort, and sacrifices transcend even the barriers of distance and technology, and for that we are grateful. We will forever treasure our stay here at Hingatungan National High School. Also, let us take this moment to express our gratitude to our loving families, especially our parents. More than anyone else, they are witnesses to our ups and downs in all our endeavors. We love you all and we are all blessed to have you. And allow me to take this opportunity to thank my inspiration for all I do. To my grandparents, uncles and aunts, my siblings, and of course, my supermom. Thank you for instilling in me important values, for never leaving my side through both my triumphs and tragedies, and for believing in me the most when I couldn't believe in myself. To Mama, if you're watching this, I hope I made you proud and happy. You're the best mom I could ever had. No one can take your place. Of course, senior high school wouldn't have been this enjoyable if it weren't for our dear classmate. To my fellow gas creatures, I am so thankful for our self-scheduled recess breaks before second period, our fights during group activities and role plays. I will surely miss our famous lines. Na answer, patanawa ko bi, kuha lang kog idea. Our send answer B. I remember that time when we decided to skip our last period class and later regret it because our subject teacher gave a long quiz. As much as I am grateful for the camaraderie that we have shared, I am so honored to meet and work with each and every one of you. Moreover, I am so proud because we all made it. We are family, right? And of course, to our lovely advisor, thank you so much, Mom, for your kindness and wide understanding to all of us. Thank you for the lessons you've taught and the bonds we've shared. We will treasure it as we go on our journey. And to my fellow graduates of batch 2020-2021, you have my utmost admiration for the strength, bravery, and dedication you have shown to get through these trying times. May the lessons that you have learned and the bonds you have shared here in our school inspire you to cross oceans and climb mountains for your dreams. Above all, let's give praise and glory to our Almighty Father for the gift of life, wisdom, and love. We thank you, Lord, for another fruitful and successful school year filled with hope, joy, and learning amidst our current predicament. While another chapter of our lives has come to an end, another one slowly begins, and that is college. I know that the future seems bleak and uncertain, and I want you to know that it's okay to feel scared and confused and lost. But remember, one day we will reach our end, where all these anxieties will be inconsequential. So try your best to work passionately, to live meaningfully, and to love selflessly. To avoid regrets in the end, I hope you won't allow fear and criticism to stop you from pursuing your passion, fulfilling your purpose, and setting this world on fire with your brilliant inner light. And also, dancing in the storm in your best dress. May we carry in our hearts the experiences we have shared and the values we have learned as we continue to soar high to greater heights in our next adventures and this wonderful journey called life. And wherever the road may take you, never forget, through love, courage, and faith in God, all is possible. So graduates and honorees, congratulations to all of you. Good luck and keep your stars shine brightly. Thank you, and once again, a pleasant day to each one of you.
To deliver the Pledge of Loyalty, let us all welcome one of the recipients of the Academic Excellence Awards, Miss Rosebel P. Hudson with high honors.
To the graduates of Hingatungan National High School, Senior High School, Batch 2020-2021, please raise your right hand and repeat after me. We, the graduates of Hingatungan National High School of the school year 2020-2021, do hereby solemnly pledge to practice all the valuable learnings that our beloved mentors have inculcated upon us, to render an ever unwavering sense of service to our fellow men, within and outside our communities, to strive to uphold the dignity, honor, and ideals our alma mater stands for, proving true to everybody through our words and manners, that the true Hingatungan alumni spirit is fully alive and dynamic. All this we are bound to commit dutifully and conscientiously as worthy sons and daughters of Hingatungan National High School. So help us God.